In the kingdom of Lumumba, there was a wise king, King Juma. Beloved by his people, he was known as a just ruler who brought peace and prosperity. But as the years wore on, the king grew old, and his people began to whisper of what would happen when he joined his ancestors. He had two sons, Koboka, the eldest, noble and wise, and Guvu, younger, fierce, and filled with ambition. When the king fell gravely ill, he gathered his sons. He placed his heavy, golden crown on Koboka's head, for Koboka was his rightful heir. Koboka, after all, was the eldest and had been groomed to rule with the wisdom his father had passed down. But there, in that moment, Nguvu's heart burned with jealousy. Why, he thought, should Koboka inherit the kingdom when I am just as capable? And so, Nguvu let darkness nestle in his heart. Days turned to weeks, and the old king passed on, leaving Koboka as the new ruler. He brought prosperity and treated his people with kindness, yet each day Nguvu's jealousy grew. Why should he have all the power? Why should he sit upon that throne while I stand in his shadow? He thought. And so, Nguvu concocted a plan, one that would bring Lumumba to its knees. Nguvu knew that his brother trusted him. After all, they were bound by blood. So one evening, as the palace was filled with the sound of music and laughter in celebration of the new king, Nguvu approached Koboka with a chalice of wine. To your health, my brother, Nguvu said, his voice soft but his heart steely with malice. Koboka, unknowing, took the wine and drank deeply, for he loved his brother, and his love had blinded him to Nguvu's bitterness. But what Koboka did not know was that this wine was poison, laced with the venom of the nightshade plant, a deadly poison known only to the elders and the healers. As the night drew on, Koboka's laughter turned to gasps. He staggered, gripping his chest, as his skin paled and his strength faded. His eyes widened in shock as he looked at his brother, realizing at last that it was Nguvu who had done this to him. And with his last breath, Koboka whispered, Nguvu, my brother, may your soul find no peace until mine does. With that, Koboka fell silent. The kingdom mourned for its fallen king, but they knew not the truth. Nguvu shed false tears, deceiving his people, and in time, he claimed the throne. Yet, his reign was not to be one of peace. No, Nguvu's heart was filled with shadows, and the people could sense it. They whispered that the spirit of King Koboka lingered, that his soul could not rest, and that Nguvu was cursed. As weeks turned to months, Nguvu's sleep grew troubled. He would awaken in the night, bathed in sweat, the echo of Koboka's voice ringing in his ears. Nguvu, my brother, Koboka's voice would say, cold as the darkest night. And each night, it grew louder. Soon, Nguvu's fear grew so deep he dared not sleep. He commanded his guards to stay close, thinking he could protect himself from the voice that haunted him. But the voice did not come from the outside. No, it came from within his mind, within his heart, within the very marrow of his bones. The people noticed how their new king began to wither. His once proud figure grew gaunt and hollow, his once sharp eyes became wide and frantic, and whispers spread that the new king had been cursed. Some said it was the gods themselves who cursed him for the murder of his brother, others said it was Koboka's spirit, seeking vengeance from beyond the grave. Then, one dark, stormy night, Nguvu found himself alone in the throne room, clutching his crown as thunder echoed through the hall. He peered into the shadows, certain that Koboka's spirit would emerge to drag him into the world of the dead. What he saw was far worse. It was Koboka, his face pale as the moon, his eyes cold, yet they burned with the fire of the betrayed. Koboka stepped forward, and Nguvu felt his heart clench with terror. Koboka's voice rang out, filling the hall, Nguvu, my brother, you have taken my life, my crown, and my peace. Now, you shall have no peace. Nguvu's hands trembled, his mind unraveled, and with a cry of terror, he fled from the throne room, his crown clattering to the floor. The guards found him the next morning in the woods, his eyes wide with madness, muttering to himself, clutching at his ears to block out the voice that only he could hear. And so, Nguvu wandered, a madman lost to the world, no longer king, no longer even a man. For as long as he drew breath, he was haunted by his brother's voice, tormented by the spirit of the man he had betrayed. The people say that the forest of Lumumba still carries the whispers of Koboka, carried on the wind, warning those who dare to betray their own king. And Nguvu, they say, wanders the shadows even now, cursed for eternity, for he shall never know peace until Koboka's soul is free. So, my friends, remember what the tale of the poisoned throne, and take care that you do not let jealousy guide your hand. For in the end, betrayal brings no fortune, only ruin. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales like this, please give the video a like, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more captivating stories. Your support means a lot and helps us keep sharing these amazing folk tales with you all. Thank you for watching.